Hey everyone, how's it going? Pixelz in today's video, I'm going to be analyzing the gameplay that you guys have sent over to me via my community post that I put out the other day. So I'll be watching the entire game and calling out the best plays and, giving you guys some tips on what you could improve on as well if I do see anything, or if anything stands out where I think, oh, you possibly made a mistake there. I just think it's something fun we can do, with the game in the current state that it's in. There's not a lot of content to cover for the game anymore. I've been doing loads of build videos, and, I'm kind of just at the point now where I just don't feel like doing build videos is really viable at the moment. There is some build videos I still want to put out there, but mainly going to focus on new content for the game. Try and freshen things up, try to bring the community together a little bit, and having me like analyzing some gameplay. Yeah, I'm not experienced on Demon that much, so I will be commentating mainly on Survivor gameplay. However, I'm open to doing Demon gameplay as well, and even I'll learn something while I analyze through that. And we'll just have a bit of fun with it. Nothing too serious. Like I said, I'll just be picking out the play-by-plays. I'll be watching the entire gameplays, but I will edit it up for obviously content purposes and the shortness of this video as well. Okay, so the first game is from WeezyFMamba. He usually streams over on Twitch, so you guys can go check him out there. But he has sent me his Hunter Ash absolutely destroys Baal with a triple 100 game. So we're going to see what happens here. From the start, I can see that we have a decent team comp, however. We have David there that's going to counteract Baal's fear, basically, a little bit with his ability. He's a Prestige 5 as well, so he should handle that. Weezy is a Prestige 5 Hunter Ash too, which is extremely strong, especially with his Exorcism. The only two things here is the Warriors could potentially pull the team down a little bit. There's a lack of a leader Ash there as well, or just a lack of a leader in general. But let's see how it plays out in anyway, so let's begin.
Professor Raymond Noby, I am now certain that my recitation of the Necronomicon's passages has resurrected a Kandarian demon.
The best thing to do against Baal is to split up, never use matchsticks, and pick up saw guns, pistols.
Don't underestimate the saw gun.
Pieces of this map are hidden.
I'm going through the tunnel.
Find them.
Yeah,
Man,
always want your fear as high as it can go.
I just want to pause there. You have I've never seen that spawn in I don't know how many months, but spawning a frying pan tunnel, that is a really good start of the game, not gonna lie. You can get some good loot early game. Very disappointing that doesn't happen for me though. Wow, found a purple sword that early on.
Yeah, scoop it. Scoop it. It's a purple sword, by the way. I'm just gonna use it until.
What I will say at this point, obviously, he said that he's going to give the purple sword to someone else, but for me, when I play Hunter Ash, I always stick to those 3-speed weapons, especially purple ones on a hunter. They go really well in hand to hand, like trying to conserve ammunition, spamming iframes and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's like I say, he's going to be keeping it for one of the Warriors by the looks of it. Probably Henry. Henry probably do the best with that, mainly because of his active ability. Okay, so you've maxed your stamina out. So this is just me personally, but I like to go fear right after stamina. If not right at the start, especially playing Hunter Ash and trying to rush map pieces or try and get stuff pretty fast. Obviously, it's not a prestige Baal as well, which it could have been a factor in there. But I mean, I can understand why wanting to level up the range pretty fast. However, I feel like that fear resistance is definitely key in Hunter. But yeah, I mean, he decided to go for range there, which is an interesting one. I just personally would not have done that.
Just for the memes, I'm going fear last.
Oh, he did actually just say. But for me, man, he's going fear last. Very interesting.
And purples were at the tunnel, but there's quite a bit.
Never get enough of
Yeah, frying pan tunnel coming in clutch here. Blue crates, purple crates, and a blue double barrel. And then a lumberjack axe to top it all off.
You guys got map pieces?
Yeah, so like what he did there, a lot of people don't actually do this. So he paid attention to where his teammates were, and he seen they were down terminal station, and you don't have the demon on you, And then sometimes like, well, what do I do now? Do I go over to my team? Sometimes it's just, you're just better off going to loot yourself. That you'll be aware that they're going to get the map piece if they've got the demon on them as well. You know, there's 3 of them. They can probably deal with that too. But yeah, that's what I notice a lot of people don't do, is actually pay attention to where their teammates are on the map in order to get the map piece, and then you can kind of figure out for yourself what you're going to do from there. Especially if you're playing Hunter Ash, you know, he doesn't have a loads of ammo yet. You know, he's only got 34 rounds or 35 rounds. So he can choose to go to the cabin or something, or which is what I would do right now. I'd probably head to the cabin and get a little bit more loot, just to kind of have the ammo later in the game. Or like he said, he's looking for a blunderbuss. Blunderbuss is hit hard, so
stupid truck, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what these are the type of plays I like to make while I'm playing the game. No, it's not, but you know, I'm very weary person, and sometimes I will go and help my team out because sometimes I feel like they won't handle stuff that well.
Whenever we can,
sometimes I like to babysit people. However, you know, if I trust them, I will go off and do loot. And he's doing exactly what I said. You know, head to the cabin and get some extra ammo.
Cabin, and it's gonna spawn right in front of me. And I'm gonna pick it up. 2 seconds. Ready? 3.
The map piece will not spawn that far away. Map piece will not spawn that far away from Terminal Station. It would either be Pain Manor or it would be Fishing Village. At a push, it'll be Circus Cages. But yeah, it'll never spawn all the way up to the cabin. Don't think I've ever seen it spawn up to the cabin from Terminal Station. See, there's the dilemma there. So if you had someone with you, you could tell them, oh, can you pick up this blue double barrel and give it to me at Book Phase, because obviously Book Phase is a pain in the ass. Not so much against Baal. However, you know, you want to use that blunderbuss as well, especially for hitting hard headshots against, you know, possessions. There, it looks like David is bled out. David is bleeding out.
Demon OP. Demon OP, please nerf.
Not sure how that happened. So he was gonna go get the map piece, but instead he's come over to help his team out. I would have I would have probably went to Fishing Village myself in hopes that 2 warriors could deal with Baal.
Glad I can do all this work and get the resurrection on the stat sheet.
So while they were dealing with that, I would have went and got the map piece, get the res, and then head to the objective. But I mean, it's not a bad thing to help your teammates out though, especially with how warriors can be constantly possession looped. However, if they're 2 warriors together, they can always just counter each other with the possession. And anyways,
you want this purple sword? Nobody. Here's my blue DB.
Yeah, there you go. Someone finally picked up the double barrel for him.
Sold and gave me a blunderbuss.
How the hell did how the hell did you get a headshot there? I just witnessed that. It looked like a chest shot. For me, that would definitely not have been a headshot.
Special.
It's quite interesting watching someone else play and analyze it. Because I'm just picking out the thoughts that I would be doing. But yeah, I definitely would have had the map piece and and just let my 2 warriors deal with Baal and get the res. But I mean, I can understand that, you know, sometimes you worry about the warrior fear threshold, and you know that it might have been really difficult for them to get that. So what I'll point out here is, obviously with Baal, sometimes it doesn't even matter how much fear resistance you have. You will get, you know, your fear levels spiked up like crazy. The good thing to counter that on Hunter is having a blunderbuss, mainly because, you know, it's one shot. You know, they got to reload and then shoot again, and it gives your team a chance to actually unpossess you. And you know, if you have a blue double barrel, you're really going to be a big threat to your team, because they're just going to get absolutely massacred off that blue double barrel. So it's a good play to pick up a blunderbuss, especially against Baal. So you can see his fear level's high right now. So even if he got possessed, it wouldn't really be a problem for his warriors to deal with.
1700 for a fucking... Oh, shit. 1700. Careful. Stay close to me.
The final piece of the map, revealing the location of the lost pages of the Necronomicon and Kandarian dagger.
Oh shit, I need a cola.
Key to your success.
I'm just gonna drink. Can I, do you think? No, good. If you want. No, yeah, I'm just gonna drink because he's gonna possess me.
Yeah, so sometimes you just think, like, this is one of the worst things. So drinking a cola on a hunter, it can be a big waste. However, you got a decision to make here. Do you drink the cola, or do you let yourself get possessed and get down from the possession? Because hunters are so squishy, they just come out of a possession and they've lost like 20% of health, 30% of health sometimes, depending on how long the possession lasts. So sometimes it's a smart play to drink a cola, especially when you're in fishing village. It's like, you're probably going to have a surplus of colas in anyways. So it's definitely the smart thing to do there.
Yeah, there's plenty more. I don't know why he's not. Trying to burn dodges.
I'm very interested to see what sensitivity you're playing on, because you're playing on console, and I know how much of a pain in the ass you play on Xbox as well. Trying to hit those headshots and wreck your aim is disgusting. It really is. I don't think they have last chance on, although I could be wrong. Usually with last chance, although you don't really have a leader. It's only hitting 1,190 on the boss, which then 991. That's a bit weird. Alright, so we're 11 minutes into the game and we're finally deciding to go to the to the first objective. And this guy is threat level 21 already, so this is going to be an interesting game.
Even balls that don't know how to really play ball well are annoying.
Yeah, exactly how he said it. Anyone can play ball in this game and do well.
I'm guessing. I don't know where it was, but I guess.
So, this is what most teams should do on pretty much any map. Doesn't really matter too much on Castle Kandar, but doing the most northern objective always is very important, especially now that you know the dark ones are a fishing village. You want to do the second objective that's going to be closest to them. Interesting. I would have stuck with a blunderbuss. Just for my teammates' peace of mind, and it was doing good damage.
And then the blue one pops out, and then I steal it.
I personally would have just stuck with a blunderbuss.
I was hitting well, but I do kind of need extra shots with ball because I don't know where it's because of the way they move their fucking heads.
Need extra shots to hit the headshot. They need the extra shots to hit the headshots. I know. I mean, trying to hit headshots on the basics is a pain in the ass. Like, I can understand that. I just, yeah, I'd be very worried about getting possessed with a revolver, and just hoping my teammates can deal with it. What is interesting though is noticing the fear level is not going up that much. See, I would just be totally ignoring all these basic crits right now. I'd just be like, get on the objective. hanging around.
This dude really put
The one ping fuck upgrades just for shields as well. But yeah, I'd be concerned at this point of not being on the objective. Letting the support heal hunters way better than healing yourself with a cola, because the support will basically heal you for the same amount. Depending on the support, even in some supports will heal you more than you can heal yourself with the cola, which is pretty crazy. So it's really not worth drinking a cola on a hunter sometimes if your support's nearby. Just throw them a cola out, at least they'll give you some little like David will give a damage reduction there or something. So yeah, I always say just kind of throw the colas out for your supports. Oh dang, he come out of nowhere with that peekaboo and just two-shotted you. Interesting play. Were you marked there when that happened? Let me watch that back. So
Nothing to halt this process.
you're just casually hitting your headshots, thinking everything's fine. You got hit once off that guy. That one hit siphoned about 60-70% of your health, which pretty crazy. I think it was a heavy coming out of Peekaboo. Obviously your fear's maxed out. He is just absolutely obliterated you there. That is how the Baal boss unit should be used, and people say that he's a terrible boss unit, but he can pull off stuff like that, and it's just, yeah, it's crazy. It's good. It's good that David decided to throw his fire out though, just to at least try and help here with the fear levels, but they're even still going up.
No, I know, but I'm saying he used it on me. He must have got it back that quick. Just body block. Ooh. Ooh.
Very, very good revive there.
We know we gotta call out his ball.
So it's not your gameplay in particular, but the two warriors there. So what I like to do now, and I've started doing this against most Baal players, unless I'm trying to farm damage or whatever, and look sort of pretty on the scoreboard. You know, it's a very tempting thing, but when I see elites and they're starting to glow, like that one is over there. He's glowing. He's got using his tougher skin ability. I tend to start avoiding them and just going to focus on other things until that ability wears off, because sometimes the damage output versus you taking damage is not worth it with those things, especially mainly playing warrior, of course. I mean, he did miss quite a lot there and didn't do much damage, but you know, he might not have his elites leveled up at all. It looked like he has his boss unit pretty stacked though, and he's not really using his basics much. So it does look like he definitely possibly put a lot of points into his boss unit more than anything.
Go ahead, pick everything.
He's been very interesting here because, yeah, like I said, he's not possessing his basic units or that elite. He's more focused on trying to possess a survivor as well. At this point, he doesn't need threat level, so mainly his winning factor here is his units.
Yes, it is.
Which he should be using a lot more of. The only thing I can think he's not using his basics. Obviously, he has the exorcism there that he's kind of worried about.
I'm just saying, yeah.
However, he's still possessing survivors, so he should be worrying about that as well. But yeah, you only really use like the boss unit there, and
this up on your phone, man. Yeah, I mean, I got these things. Fine.
and Baal. All right, threat level 29. 10 minutes left on the clock. It's going to be an interesting end to the game.
Remember,
yeah,
he's probably incognito grabbing balls. Remember that.
I don't think he's that good of a Baal player. Like you said, I think anyone can play Baal.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty well so far. However, I think this could have been a way more brutal game if this guy was a bit more experienced, I think. And he seems very slow to keep pressuring you guys. Seems very slow to keep pressuring, because right now, if I was playing Baal, I'd be on top of your heads right now. I'd be spiking fear up. I'd be constantly possessing people. You know, I'd be a pain in the ass. And he's just letting you guys gather resources again. Yeah, it's a bad play on his side of things.
Oh shit, Billy.
So he's finally turned up with Baal. That looks like it's going to be his main play for the game then, using his boss unit.
He's running.
I think that's the third time or fourth time he's brought him out.
I can't see shit because of the trees. I got a bunch of headies on him.
There's some decent DPS there.
Spear dash. Called it. You're looking at a guy. Yep. I'm out here just ripping people's kills, dude. My fault.
Yeah, he's stealing all those lovely finishes for Warrior Ash that could be getting his nice shield bar put up. Yeah, so but the Baal basics, they crouch down and it makes it so difficult to hit a headshot on them playing Hunter, on console at least. PC is obviously going to be a lot easier, but yeah, that trying to deal with that aim assist, trying to headshot those guys is a real pain in the ass when they're crouching all over the place. Like he is right now, he's, you know, struggling to hit those because they're just such a horrible unit to try and hit a headshot on. Like I said, I think if he was a more experienced ball player, he was pressuring a lot more, I think there would be a real problem right now. But he just seemed very casual. He's just kind of waiting for you guys to get the objective and hoping that's going to be the play for him.
Take one cola, and you guys take these amulets.
Baal again. He just dropped those amulets and used them, and then unfortunately lost the shield straight away. It's pretty crazy how fast his boss unit's getting shredded as well. It's doing a lot of damage, but it doesn't seem like his boss unit has a lot of tankiness about him, which is interesting. Just under 5 minutes left.
Oh no, it's an elite.
Yeah, so those elites, like you're doing right now, I would just avoid it, shoot from a distance. What warrior side of things, that's when I'd start attacking right now. But yeah, I mean, he's not doing much with them in any way, so at this point it doesn't matter. But I think with a more experienced ball player, I would definitely avoid those things, especially if I'm got a marked target on me from a trap. So if I'm marked like you are right now, I would, especially playing warrior, I would not go towards an elite until his ability ended. Yeah, so he's using ranged weapons with warriors on possessions and stuff. It's kind of weird. But I like where you stand on the objective. This is where I always stand, because you get that little light from the tunnel, which is crucial against the ball player. And a lot of people don't realize that you can actually drain your fear a little bit standing here. And there isn't really a way for the demon to get you unless it's a good demon dash. Or what I have noticed that's happening in your game right now, or what hasn't happened should I say, is you're not triggering proximity portals, or he's not using them. There's a very weird bug with Baal right now with proximity portals where they act as a trap and they really fuck you up. Like it's basically like setting up a trap, but like from a further distance. That happens to me all the time against experienced ball players. They use their proximity traps with their Scarefest, and it's very, very weird. I don't know why it does that on Baal, but I'm sure someone will know better than me. But I have noticed that, and it's I'd just be standing there, mind my own business, and there'll be a proximity trap, a trap that's in a location that's not normally there. So, and they just get set off like a normal trap, even though you'll be miles away, and you'll get marked with it. Your fear will spike up. You'll start taking extra damage. It's very, very weird. So yeah, I mean, I think he was doing a better job before the first objective was even started. Once the objective started becoming a thing, this Baal really fell off in terms of even looking dangerous. Like, yeah, he's trying to double barrel, or he's trying to boomstick with a army Dauntless Ash, and he's swinging like a madman.
Is like just the amount of fear. There's so much fear.
Yeah, I mean, playing against Baal, there is, unless you're playing leader Ash, there's pretty much no counter to him, or countering his fear. It's almost impossible. I've tried designing builds around it. I've tried playing different characters, like Scotty. Scotty's decent against it. However, in terms of a skill tree, there's no way to really design your skill tree to actually counter him on damage characters, where they should be, really. mean, when I play Hunter Ash, I maxed out my fear resistance and damage reduction from setting off traps. To be honest, just because of Baal right now.
I don't have to tell you. I'm so used to solo queue.
Yeah, I mean, still right here, he just doesn't seem to be pressuring that well. Like, you know, he has warriors he could possess right now. Maybe he's even inflicted a little bit of damage with Henry the Red. But yeah, he's just pulled Baal out again, hoping that's going to be the big play for him. And as you can see, he's just getting massacred because, you know, 3 damage dealers just destroying him. So, and I think he's just very, I don't know if he's under-leveled or if he's just inexperienced, but yeah, he's done some. It's amazing how this guy's threat level 41 though. I think he only had 2 downs all game, which I think was David, and then he downed Weezy with the boss unit. So I'm very confused how he hasn't done better. How the hell has he ended up with 41 threat level? Yeah, so he's possessing warriors and shooting boomsticks, and then he's trying to melee with a hunter, and it's very confusing what this guy's doing.
I'm literally, I think you were saying this yesterday, and Nabet's.
I mean, you guys are sticking together. He's definitely working well as a team. So you're kind of dealing with his shenanigans pretty well.
Yeah, the terrain. I hate it. I hate everything about it.
He just attacked the dark ones with his elite unit. What?
I need that double barrel. Whoever's got it.
Alright, it should be interesting. So you could potentially be playing for the book. It's probably where the exorcism's gonna. Yeah, there you go. So the exorcism finally. So looks like you might not be running quicker cooldown on that because I don't know off the top of my head. Could be the normal cooldown with prestige. I think it was around 85 seconds there.
I'm dropping all my other ammo. He's ball.
His Baal's coming. Baal's coming. Oh, he's just been annihilated there. Oh, he got a good move there. Definitely needed to focus on that AoE attack there. And he's gone. Yeah, he's going ham with the basics now for the book. That's not gonna win in the game, unfortunately. Only really the elites will do enough damage at the Necronomicon here while soaking up damage. And he's finally went for an elite. Yeah, the elite just got obliterated. Got your exorcism again. Not worth using at this point because that one was nearly dead. But I will say. So the next basic unit, definitely worth exercising. I would have exercised that one. Never mind. Now he's on the elite. I think it doesn't matter at this point because the books won for the survivor side. And there we go. That's a wrap. This guy on Baal, I think he could have won that game. I definitely think he underperformed and got very lucky at the start, especially with a couple of downs. So let's look at the stats. 105 basics, 27 elites killed, 2 boss units. So in total, what's that? 6 boss unit kills throughout the entire team. That's pretty crazy. 116 headshots. Only 1 finisher on a hunter. Very interesting. My finishers always look slightly a bit higher just because I like to conserve ammo. But obviously, I don't think you had any ammo issues that game at all. And I think, yeah, so only you and the David went down that game. Obviously, David died as well, which spiked his threat level up a little bit. But yeah, some good damage numbers there. Overall, good game. Like I said, I think the Baal probably could have put a bit more pressure on you guys, especially after the first objective when you had to run all that way to Frying Pan Tunnel. He didn't really keep pressuring you guys. That was a bit of a weird game from him, to be honest. But yeah, inexperienced, but he still performed well, and that is probably the issue with Baal as well at the moment, is where he's got such like a low skill ceiling, really, where anyone can get good with him. Even I can get good with him. I'm not a good demon player. But yeah, you guys perform well. Personally, Weezy, I think you should be using that exorcism a little bit more, especially at Prestige 5. Not very worried about a cooldown there. But why not? I mean, there wasn't really much threat to use it, apart from maybe at certain stages in the game when he was possessing a warrior next to you. I would have just hit exorcism straight away. But the weird thing is that he possessed warriors. He was using ranged weapons, and then he possessed you as a hunter and started using melee weapons. So that guy definitely underperformed. I'm not sure what he was. It looked like he was playing on PlayStation as well. So yeah, I mean, he could have been a relatively new player, but not even a prestige ball there. He definitely underperformed, but I think he's still hit above his. Like, he's still punching above his weight a bit there, for the amount of pressure that he did get on you guys early on. But yeah, some good healing from David there as well, 18,000, which is pretty high for a David player too. But yeah, good game overall. Me personally, I definitely wouldn't have even bothered with a revolver. I would have just stuck with that blunderbuss, but you did work with that revolver as well, which is great. Would have been interesting to see the build for this though. Usually, if you're doing like a video like this, you throw up a damage dealt type of thing, like 122k damage and 116 headshots or whatever. Sometimes it's nice to attach the build to that and see what happened there. But yeah, anyways, thank you for sending me the gameplay, Weezy. I hope you enjoyed my analysis of it. That wasn't really much I could really pick for you to say improve on anything. You Prestige 5 Hunter Ash. I've got a bit of experience with Hunter Ash as well. I've played him quite a lot. But I'd say we sort of play in similar ways, to be honest. There was some things about the objectives that I personally do with any character. I would go a bit faster to that objective or get that map piece while my teammates deal with that. But yeah, that's kind of like the only thing I could really think of there. But yeah, played a good Hunter Ash game there, definitely well. And like I said, I thought we sort of play in similar ways, especially around where you stand on objectives, placing your character in the right spot all the time, especially to deal with like possessions. And sometimes when you're playing Hunter, what I do is I do with everyone. I'll run next to warriors and stuff. If I'm about to be possessed, I'm like, yeah, you can deal with that straight away. If I get possessed, pay attention, swing at me, I'll get unpossessed straight away, like that type of thing. A lot of people don't actually do that. A lot of people as Hunter just think, I'll run in the opposite direction. That's actually giving the demon the better chance to get distance and actually attack the survivors when you get possessed. But yeah, not so much a good game for the Baal, unfortunately. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I was trying to get 2 into here, but Weezy's game was so long. I'm not sure how long the video is going to play out, so we'll just stick with one game for now, and we'll analyze another game in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of video format. If you did, leave a like, hit that sub button for more Evil Dead content as well. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you guys thought of Weezy's gameplay. Like I said, you can go check him out on YouTube here, or you can go if you go check him out on Twitch. He's mainly streaming on Twitch. He's usually like got the most viewers over there as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the analyzing video. It's something new for me. I try to be a bit more professional here, picking out all the good bits and all, some little bad bits here and there, and what was kind of going wrong for both sides. Like I said, they took a long time to get on the objectives. The Baal just didn't pressure them, even though they were taking a long time to get the objectives. So 8 boss units summon, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a boss unit summon like hit double figures. I don't think I've ever seen that. I think it should happen more frequently, but it definitely looked like he was relying on his boss unit a bit. And that's why he just couldn't keep the pressure on top of you guys. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, hit the sub button, hit the like button if you did enjoy it. And I've been Pixelz, my awesome viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.